Well, this was unexpected. Around 9 a.m. we received a 1 minute and 30-second clip of a song from Japan that features new gameplay for Tears of the Kingdom, which was completely unexpected. After yesterday, we saw the new commercials for Tears of the Kingdom from Japan. I didn't think we were going to get more new footage, but today we did, and we received it. So let's look at it. So that's what we received from Nintendo of Japan's official YouTube channel. I'm not going to play the music in case for copyright reasons. And the rest of the video is just Splatoon and Mario Kart. It has nothing to do with Tears of the Kingdom. This is the only footage we received for Tears of the Kingdom. But it does seem like there's new enemies we see. And a little bit of a diffusing ability happening. So let's break it down a little bit. So in the first image, we can see Link with a big club. A wooden club. It looks like there's a flint on it actually, and he's breaking down the tree with it. Maybe it's a way of breaking down trees easily. Seems like he did fuse a wooden club to flint, which is another use of the fuse ability, which is pretty useful. The next image is Link fighting a Zonai construct, which seems to be a spear in his hand, and it is the exact same construct that was shown to us in the demonstration that was held in March. And it's different from the one that we've seen in the trailer. The one in the trailer seems a little bit stronger and has more armor to it. Maybe there's tiers, maybe there's variants when it comes to these Zonai construct, depending on what area you're in. We can see that Link is in the sky, and yes, in the trailer clip he's also in the sky, but this looks like it's more of a starting point in the game and not later in the game. When he's fighting aside Sion, it seems like it's later in the game. Seems like it's around the dungeon, maybe some big area that we've never seen before. So these Zonai construct might have tiers like the Bokoblins, like with the horns that they have on their head. Maybe there's a different tier that differentiates themselves from one another. Maybe this one's not the strongest one. It's actually probably the weaker one that you see out of the Zonai construct. And depending on how many we see in the game, we're going to know how many variants there are to the Zonai construct, because we've seen only 2 variants of these. Maybe we'll see some before its launch, but it does seem like there are variants to the Zonai construct. Now the next image is very interesting. We finally get a look, at least a better look, at the boss Bokoblins that were shown to us in the second trailer for Tears of the Kingdom that was held in February during the Nintendo Direct. We're finally seeing these big enemies that we haven't seen in a while. This brings me back to Skyward Sword, when these would guard the bridges with a bunch of archers around on guard towers. And that's what it brings me back to. It reminds me of Skyward Sword a lot, because you would hack and slash at them until they eventually fall, but they were such big enemies, it would make the game much more fun to have to go against such a big enemy. And it just brings variety to the game as a whole. Like, seeing this in Skyward Sword was so cool. Now that they're bringing it to Tears of the Kingdom, it's going to be great. We finally get more variety of enemies in Tears of the Kingdom, and that's what people are wanting out of Breath of the Wild. It brought a good amount of enemies, and there was a good variety of enemies, but they did reuse some enemies like Lizalfos from Skyward Sword, Bokoblins from Skyward Sword. A lot of these are reused, so now seeing that they're going to reuse different enemies and not just the same enemies and just change their tier as a whole, it's really cool to see, because it brings variety and it makes it different from Breath of the Wild. Now we have another look at the fuse ability. It seems like Link has a spear fused to a mushroom. That was also demonstrated to us in the demonstration by Eiji Aonuma, but instead he fused a mushroom to his shield. By his own words, he even said,
"I fused a mushroom to my shield."
Yeah, everybody knows that clip. But yeah, it seems like, I don't know what this would be for. I don't know why Link would be... It looks like a Hylian mushroom. It doesn't even look like a different mushroom. It doesn't look like it has any abilities. It looks like a regular Hylian mushroom just attached to a spear. I don't know if this is for fun or there's actually a tactical use for this, but it's very interesting that you literally confuse anything with anything. It's crazy to even believe. Why would you need a mushroom stick? You just want a mushroom on the stick? Maybe you could cook it this way. Who knows? But it is pretty cool to see. Next image is just a better look at Link's outfit and Link himself. We can see a tier 1 Bokoblin attacking Link, and it just seems like a normal encounter between a Bokoblin. It's just these Bokoblins have horns on their head, and we've seen in the trailer that there are different Bokoblins with more horns on their head. So it does seem like there are tiers when it comes to these enemies, and Link is just fighting it regularly, and it's just a better look at Link, so it's a pretty cool image to see. Do I even need to explain this one? I mean, like, come on. Oh, jokes aside, yeah, this image is, it's not that much going on, but we can see there's a little tiny spear dagger, I guess, in Link's hand, and we do see a Sakura tree behind him, which is really cool because we did see this in the latest trailer on top of a mountain, and we don't see a lot of them. So are these rare? Are there specific spots of where they like are planted? It's cool to see. Maybe this is like a training spot for Link. Maybe Link is doing some training. Who knows? Because we know this is on the surface. This is not in the sky anymore. This image looks exactly the same from the second trailer that we received in February, showing us the new hovercraft built by the Ultra Hand ability and the Sky Island that's next to it. Also with a big dome behind it that does hold the Gacha Ball machine, which we discovered from the final trailer in Tears of the Kingdom. But yeah, that's just a cool look at the new transportation you can build in this game with the new Ultra Hand ability. So yeah, this one is just an image of Link fighting a Moblin with a helmet on that is made of spikes. We also can see that there is in the back, looks like there's boarding up wood planks. Maybe there's a rebuild happening there too. We do see that in the demonstration that they are rebuilding with these planks. Maybe this is a task, a quest that Link has to complete. Maybe gain some items, get some achievements. But yeah, this is just him fighting a Moblin. This image is showing Link shooting a cannonball that has blue fire around it at a stone talus. We do see this in the second trailer for Tears of the Kingdom. Also fighting a stone talus, but inside a cave. This could seem like it's in a cave, but it looks too bright to be in a cave. Maybe it's a different realm, maybe it's a different place that's just bright. You can see behind there is a crevice that looks like it's a cave entrance, but yeah. And this is just Link shooting down an apple with an arrow, which is also possible in Breath of the Wild. And this one is of Link crushing stone or minerals with the fuse ability that looks like it has a stone and a bat attached to it to make a makeshift hammer, which is actually pretty cool. That's pretty nifty. It's probably more durable, probably more effective when it comes to mining minerals, and that's pretty cool. Let's see, maybe minerals are actually more useful than they were to just sell rupees in Breath of the Wild. Maybe there's actually crafting mechanisms that we can use with these minerals that we mine. That is all the images and footage I have to break down for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you found it useful, let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, with all of that, let me know what you think of everything that we're getting before Tears of the Kingdom. Do you think it's necessary? Do you think we need this much? Were you satisfied with the final trailer for Tears of the Kingdom? But as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Link! You must find me.